What we really need to do is really look at the fact that the challenge is how do you grow those cases, but how do you do it in a way where you're actually growing profitability, not just growth at any cost, but you're actually growing.
I am so excited to be having a business conversation today with Peter Webb. Peter has been working in the legal industry, working with contingency fee law firms for over 25 years now. Peter has expertise in marketing strategies, business practices, and delivering sustainable growth for contingency fee law firms. Peter, welcome to today's business conversation.
Thank you so much, Ari. It's wonderful to be here.
Let's start with the key challenges. What are some of the key challenges facing contingency fee law firms today?
My goodness, there are several. I think some of them would be how to generate new cases at an acceptable cost acquisition. A lot of times firms are not paying attention to that last part of that statement I just made, which is acceptable cost acquisition. They're just saying, I need cases, I need cases, I need cases. And what they end up doing is they end up throwing money at various marketing initiatives or advertising or Google, and they're not tracking the right things of, I just acquired a case, let's say a motor vehicle case, and I spent almost as much to get it as it will be to actually deliver the case, which doesn't even pay you for 8 to 12 months. So what we really need to do is really look at the fact that the challenge is how do you grow those cases, but how do you do it in a way where you're actually growing profitability, not just growth at any cost, but you're actually growing. Another thing would be scaling their operation or what they have. Now, to define that could be growth within a practice area, outside of practice areas, geographies, additional attorneys, nuances or new ways to go about those cases. So how would they scale? Again, the key operative word here is profitability. It's not scaling at any cost where you have this new office and it's costing as much to run as it is it's making, but you don't have any reporting and you have no one actually highlighting that and surfacing that information. You're working way harder, way more stress, and you actually don't have a profitably scaled operation. I would also say that the firms that are not embracing technology in the ways that they should are unfortunately leaving them behind, because technology is really there to speed up time and reduce cost. That's really what technology is for. It's take some action or activity that typically takes a certain amount of time, reduce it dramatically so that way you could be more profitable. But if you're not embracing those things and you're up against other firms that are, that's a very dangerous situation. The last thing off the top of my head would probably be how to gain a distinct advantage over who you're competing with, whether they're peers or people you don't even know. A lot of times I'll talk to senior trial attorneys that have their own idea of who they're quote unquote competing with, but they're really referencing people in the courtroom who are at an incredible level of legal acumen, and they don't know the young kid who just got out of law school, who grew up with the internet, who is now doing circles around them online, building the brand and exposure and all these things. So taking stock of who you're actually competing with, both in the courtroom, but even more so when someone doesn't know what attorney to choose, what's it look like in terms of the landscape online and who are they finding and what can you do to start leveling up in that direction? I would say those are probably 4 of the biggest key challenges that are facing contingency firms today.
I want to thank Peter Webb from Firm Performance for spending all of your time with us today. It was invaluable.